I am looking so good right now. Oh my gosh. Beauty queen. Wow. 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 Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I am fresh, bare, hair is looking exceptional. I am in a bathrobe. We're about to do makeup, get ready together, and I am gonna document the wear time the entire day. We're gonna, I don't know what this is. I need more caffeine. I am still trying my best to not do coffee, but this is tea. It's happening. Good morning. Oh my gosh, all of a sudden feel so revived. I have the most exciting wear test to do. We are testing out a new foundation that claims to literally do everything. I'm not even joking. You go on the website and it's like, I feel like Goldilocks. I feel like this might be the most perfect foundation created of all time. I was so mesmerized by everything it claims to do, from not caking, creasing, to being sweat resistant, to controlling oil and hydrating at the same time, which my mind is like, wait, what? It's going to make my life perfect. We're gonna find out. I'm in a weird mood. We're testing out the new Smashbox Always On Skin Balancing Foundation with hyaluronic acid, which we love. It's gonna draw moisture to the skin, plump up those fine lines, make the skin look hydrated, less crinkly, juiced up. And then this does have adaptogens of licorice root, which is said to help mattify the skin but not dry it out. So you're gonna get a longer wear time, but it's still a bit of a radiant finish. It's not matte. It's a buildable product, comes in a glass tube. I'm excited to put this on. I need the makeup right now. TMI, I'm on my period too. So, and I'm not tired. I'm actually like the opposite. Like I just feel extra moody and like I want to get everything done. Does that happen to anybody else? Your hormones are just like, meh. Okay, so we are gonna scooch the camera closer so that you guys can see everything a little more up close. Here's the bottle. Also, I feel like you guys are gonna be asking what is on my nails, and I am my own manicurist still. I'm getting better and better every single time. I kid you not. I look at my nails and I'm like, I just saved myself so much money learning how to paint my nails and I enjoy it. This is the shade Pandemonium. And then also shout out before I pull this camera forward. I have so many updates right now, you guys. I just do. Okay, the hair PS. I'm gonna show you how I curl it forward. A lot of you guys are like, how are you doing your bangs? How are you doing your bangs? And I wanna show you exactly what I do. This is second day hair, by the way, and on most days I take 2 rollers. I will round brush and throw some heat on this front section, and then I will pin it up while I am doing my makeup so it has time to volumize and it's just out of my way. So I'm just going with the whole flow of looking a little bit crazy while getting ready today. And then shout out to this most adorable robe. I got sent this in PR. This is a small brand, handmade in India, and I just really felt so honored to receive this. It's beautiful, that I wanted to give their brand a little love. This is the brand Karigari. I will link them below, but oh my gosh, they sent me 2 of them and they are beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, let's scooch on in and get going with the makeup. To keep things entirely predictable, let's go in with some Tarte Smoothing Primer. I also don't want to use anything outside of the norm because we want to know exactly what's going on with this new foundation. Now, I have to tell you guys, when I saw this foundation in Ulta, I stopped so quick and I had this full-blown memory flashback. Do we remember when I posted in LA it was like the world's best foundation that I've ever tried, not clickbait. And it was the Always On Smashbox foundation. And I had a day where I was running through the airport. I flew to Arizona. Literally, this foundation looked so beautiful in every light situation, through the heat, in the hotel, in the public restroom. It just looked so nice. And it was a favorite for a long while. And I feel like I started getting in my head a little bit too much because there were a lot of people that are like, it's too thick, it's too full coverage. And like, that was back when I was super into full coverage everything. So I really, really loved it. But I stopped using it and kind of veered toward newer launches, and it slowly became like a thing of the past. And then I was looking at Smashbox, which I have not visited much of their makeup in a while, just being honest. I haven't had anything like grab me or like really make me go, ooh, like I need that, until I saw this. I bought this myself. I believe this is $45. You do get the standard. Oh my gosh. I feel like there is secretly a European person that wants to emerge from me from time to time. I don't understand what that is. Like, I will out of the blue say one word exclusively with an accent, and I really don't know what it is. I was on a date one time. Like, literally, I can give myself secondhand cringe embarrassment by thinking of this memory, and it kind of pops up every once in a while, and I don't know what that means either. But I was like, oh, it's so nice and sunny outside. And I like said the word sunny weird. Oh, the stress vein is coming out. I get secondhand embarrassment so easy. Like I actually feel the flames of embarrassment like rise up. Anyway, I was really excited when I saw this, and now I'm kind of like a little bit back on to Smashbox. Like my eyes are like, what else you got? What else you got going on? The claims, again, I'm just using a glass palette, by the way, and I am using a velour puff for application. It feels entirely wrong to be doing this because you guys know I had my Blendiful, rest in peace. And these are much smaller and a different fabric entirely, but I still stand by 100% that applying foundation with a cloth with velour will give you the most seamless, beautiful application if you want more of a full coverage finish. And that's what I want from this. And it's very liquidy in texture. So we're just gonna go in with the puff. I ordered these on Amazon. I will link it below. These ones are not expensive and pretty dang good. So we're just gonna pull on the skin lightly, no tugging, and kind of just grazing the foundation everywhere, and then I kind of go in and press it in. And if it builds up too much, you can always go with a dampened beauty blender on top and pull some of that excess off. But recently I've been enjoying applying my foundation this way again. Did we do good with the color? I've been getting too light a foundation and everything, so I think I may have gotten a little too dark. Yikes, whoops. It's okay, my body is pretty gosh darn tan right now. I got so many messages from you guys about how SPF actually doesn't stop you from getting tan. And I don't know about that because like I've had a handprint like sunscreen, like, you know, the fingertips where you're like, oh, didn't blend that all in and like the skin like doesn't tan. I don't know. Texas sun is like a whole different thing. I literally went out with my sun visor on and I had like this much skin, like I pulled it down too far, and now I have this like slight tan up here. It's kind of like built-in contour, so like whatever, but I find it funny. This sun here is strong and it's so hot. This will be a good day for a wear test because the weather really puts makeup through it. Like I can tell you what will last and what won't with confidence because of what I go through in my day-to-day living here in a toaster oven. I didn't know it was as bad. People laughed when I was moving. They're like, just wait. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And I get it now. Like, I don't know if I was just so like high on the fresh move last year where I was like, everything's amazing. And like now this year, I've turned into that person that's like, when will it stop? I like the heat, but it kind of, after a while, just like, please, please. Okay, this is going on really beautifully. It says it's buildable, so I kind of want to go in my trouble zone spots and layer up a little bit. Trouble spot. It says that this will not change color, and in my mind I'm like, oh, so it's got technology to not really oxidize. So we shall see. Sometimes when you layer things up, that's where you're like, ooh, it's looking a little blotchy, splotchy. So we shall see, but it's really thin texture, like it's blending so nicely. I am most curious how this plays with others, if my powders, if my Natasha Denona concealer layers on top of this well. That's something to always notice with new products is, are they gonna play well with what you already got, you know? This is stunning. I love this. So far, I love it. I'm gonna go in with RN3 from Natasha Denona, the Hy-Glam concealer. I can't stop using this. It's really like my most favorite formula for concealer ever of all time. I just love it. So this Smashbox formula claims to have adaptogens that operate like a built-in thermostat so that as the skin heats up, it adjusts somehow so you're not going to get oily or too dried out. It's really interesting. I've never seen these kind of claims with a foundation. I have high hope. Okay, this is beautiful. We have not even set with powder. I will give you the read really quickly. It says natural looking finish, visibly even skin tone. It's doing that, reducing the appearance of redness, blemishes, and imperfections. Score, doing that. Primer infused. I still used a primer, just full disclosure. 16-hour color true wear liquid foundation that won't cake, flake, or streak for 16 hours and is water, sweat resistant, humidity, crease, settle, and transfer resistant balancing formula. I mean, if I had a list that I could submit and be like, make me the perfect foundation, this would be pretty gosh darn close because I don't want transfer, I want long wear, but I don't want a cakey mess. And I want my skin to be hydrated and not look crinkly, but I also don't want oil poking through. So we are going to see what we have got by the end of the day. I'll do a check-in midday as well, and we will get to the bottom of this claim to do it all new always on foundation from Smashbox. I'm going to finish up my makeup and I'll be right back. Makeup is complete. I'm now gonna do a quick touch up on the front part of my hair and share with you guys how I do that. First thoughts on the foundation, everything layered gorgeously and I'm kind of blown away. I hope this wears really well because I love how it looks right now. Time to touch up the hair. I'm using my Ionic long barrel curler. I believe this is the 1 1/4. I'll list below the exact one that I use, but a long barrel makes all the difference in how the hair gets that like beachy wave. This sucker gets hot. So I only crank it to 360. It goes all the way up to 430. Don't do that. I accidentally one time bumped it and it went all the way up and I didn't know. And literally the curls were like burning my shoulders. It gets super hot, so be aware of that. But it heats up super fast. I really love this curling iron. Bam. It just gives you like a nice, perfect wave. And all of you guys have been asking about how I'm curling my hair. Now we're just doing like a quick little touch-up bonus moment in this video, but all I do is I leave kind of the ends out. I go all the way to the root back here. Then I unhook it, I untwist it, and then I kind of, if I need to, go back in, and then bam. And I kind of let it cool down before I brush it out. For the front, this is like the magic. What I do is I spray. Stuff is intense. Forward. Pinch the middle section. Make sure you can see what you're doing. And I pull all the way forward. Be careful, do not burn your forehead while you are doing this. I don't leave the hair in here long. These are my bangs. Okay, it doesn't get like a tight curl. And I curl away for one side and away in the other direction for the other. Am I explaining this well? Probably not. There's a reason why you don't see me doing hair tutorials. I'm just pretty much focused on not burning my face off right now, but the secret is pulling forward. And for some reason, after it cools and you give it a final spritz and kind of comb it through with your fingers, it parts beautifully with volume. So unravel, unravel, boom. And now we go this side, and I'm doing away from the face over here. Away from the face. And then I pull the hair kind of together, spray, 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 spray. Boom, there you go. You get that nice like little whoosh thing. I don't even know how this works out this way, but it does. And then I can like do this thing and it looks kind of curled and going back and just kind of mess with it. And it's weird, but the messier the hair gets, like the better it looks somehow. If I want it to stay in place, I'll just kind of take this and make sure we're good. Now I'm gonna wear this foundation all day long. We're gonna do some check-ins. I'm gonna brave it in the heat and see if this melts off, slides off, holds up to those insane claims. I'm really hoping it does because I love how this looks and feels. And that's where we're at. I'll see you guys in a little bit. What you doing, huh? What you doing? You just came out here to take a rest? We got the washer going. Sorry for the noise in the background. Also, if you want to see the chaos, that's right over here. If you follow me on IG, you know it was raining in my living room a week ago, and now we have to redo the floors. It's kind of a nightmare, but you know, it could be worse. This got handled, and obviously that needs to be drywalled as well. It's just home stuff. But oh my gosh, how hideous. Right? What do you think? Unbothered. And I need to clean brushes too. Okay. We're at about halfway through the day. I have laundry going, if you can hear that. I'm just kind of cleaning up around the house. I've been outside. This makeup has seen the heat. It is doing incredibly well. I really love this so far. My only complaint, let me get really close to a window and show you guys. My only complaint is the forehead is a tiny bit dry. It could be a lot worse. I, in the future, would use a hydrating primer underneath instead of just a smoothing primer, and I think that would fix it. But aside from that, everything is going great. My combo skin is thriving in this foundation. I'm gonna give it a few more hours, and then we will go under the big camera and see what is going on. It is now 10:20 at night. This makeup has carried me through a very long day, a lot of heat, a lot of hustle around the house. I have not had to touch up one time. However, I have an empty brush, and this is how I like to touch up. It's one of my weird things I do. I kind of think It's a little bit disgusting because you're kind of just moving the shine and oil around, but at least you're not adding more to the face. So we'll just do like a tiny little TLC on the T-zone. But I have to say, for full day wear, nothing has fallen apart. It's not patching, it's not overly greasy. It does feel a little bit tight. So as I said earlier, I would use a hydrating primer underneath, probably one like this guy from RMS that has a little bit of grip and slip and hydration. But outside of that, like everything is looking great. And this is so weird because I never have James in here with me behind the camera. He'll like press start and stop, and then I'm like, get out. And you're just looking at me. What do you think of my makeup?
I think you look beautiful.
Well, but what do you, thank you, but what do you think of the...
Well, I'm just staring at the monitor, and I think that you look gorgeous.
Zoom it in. Let's take a close examination.
The reason I am here. I think your makeup looks nice. I mean, you've had it on for what?
All like freaking day.
A lot of hours.
All freaking day in the heat, and I've been outside and I have not had to powder. The forehead's a little crinkly, so I would say it does crease. It's not like this like magic foundation as it claims to be, but it's balancing. It is not transferring. It is very sweat resistant, and it hasn't fallen apart. Yay!
I have a question.
What?
Is this the world's best foundation?
Snap, crackle, pop, is it? I think this is my new fave. So yes, this is the world's finest foundation because it combats both oil and gives you some hydration, is buildable, is a nice natural kind of radiant finish, extremely long wear, weatherproof. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. I have not revisited a Smashbox foundation in a hot minute. This is not sponsored. I bought it myself. So Smashbox, I don't know what you're doing with your formula, but you've got your A game on it and I'm in love. Thank you for making this. I'm gonna be wearing it tomorrow as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed, ring that bell, turn on your notifications, and other than that, go and have a good one. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.